What did Omitutu 2.0 represent? Everywhere it's being sold up. Yesterday, I passed through BCOS and I said, what is happening to us? I can assure you, the way we are going, Governor Makinde will eventually sell whatever remains of the BCOS. Because that place cannot even breathe again. See, if every governor before him have been selling our landed property, the government has said like that, what will be left for him to sell? The government house or the secretariat? The Governor Makinde must accept responsibilities for the disaster that is happening over there. That project in itself is good, but it is not the project that is affecting people now. It is the policy of you wanting to take 1 kilometer. The unfortunate thing, you are taking this land from citizens. Then what are you doing? You are reselling to who? Look at what the governor is attempting to do in Shakina. Look at what he has done to us in Yorua. Look at what he is doing at the Circular Road. Look at the number of assets, the properties of people he has taken.
You just mentioned that our federal allocation has increased by about 300 to 400%. Is there a way that governors can be checked to see that all these monies getting to states are being used for the right purposes?
Boala came to Oyo State the other time and he said, on a minimum, there is no local government that is taking less than 600 million. What is happening to those monies? These are monies that should push these principles you are talking about. There is a document called Financial Memorandum for Local Government. That document states how local government funds should be spent. It doesn't say that the government should be spending money on behalf of the local government. Now, monies that were released on their names from Abuja.
He said he doesn't trust local government chairman.
Assuming the president said he doesn't trust it and he holds on to the allocation of Oyo State, will he keep quiet? You are governor, you are spending our resources just because the constitution creates the position of a governor and you occupy it. Now you want to usurp the functions of the local government and the constitution doesn't give you such powers. It's hypocritical. Within the frame of what we have on ground, there is nothing in this world that says the governor has the power to now dip his hand into the pockets of local government and begin to spend for that and say because he doesn't trust them. Who is he to say he doesn't trust them? In total, Governor Makinde must have taken hundreds of, if not close to 1 trillion on behalf of the local government. I have a big problem with Governor Makinde.
Hello and welcome to another interesting episode of The Police School. This is where we will scratch beyond the surface and bring you interesting facts you need to know. And of course, when we talk politics, when we talk Oyo State, when we talk Nigeria, it is important that we ask some questions. Because without questions, there will be no answers. And of course, this is where we hold our leaders accountable. And this, once again, is The Police School. Samson Balogun is my name, and I say thank you for joining us on this episode of the show. And of course, there are a lot of interesting things we'll be talking about today. And my guest for this episode is one person that you all know, one person who has been vocal when it comes to good governance and an advocate of good governance in Oyo State. He has actually pinpointed so many areas that we'll talk about today. And some people said at the point that he has a personal vendetta against the government. Is that true? Is a question we are going to ask him on this episode of the show. As I said earlier, Samson Balogun is my name, and my guest is a former aide to the late former governor, Christopher Adebayo Akala. He was an instrumental part of that administration, and since then, he has been one of those who have remained in the mainstream politics in Oyo State. I present to you, Honorable Shola Abegunde. Good to have you on the show.
And good to be here. Thank you so much.
We say thank you for actually joining us. It was only a very short notice and you made it a point of
always a pleasure
to join us.
Always a pleasure.
If you want to look at Oyo State's political ecosystem as we speak, what does it look like?
Well, let me start on this note because I have had people ask me the same question, whether I have a personal vendetta against the government. It will interest you to know that I have never met him in person. I have never seen him. I have had no cause to ask for anything from him. So there will definitely be no basis for me to have a personal vendetta against him. People forget so soon. Engineer Makinde, as he then was also a pivotal leader of the opposition in the state, and we all know how he played the opposition politics, and that is how it should be. Let me tell you this. There was a day he granted an interview before he became governor, and something similar, a question similar to what you asked me. The interviewer asked him, did he never saw anything good in the late Governor Ajimabi? And he said, oh, yes, there is something. And now I asked, what was it? He said, oh, he used to dress well.
And that's all.
That was what Governor Makinde said. But you know, these are in the purview of opposition politics. And you see, for me, it is beyond opposition politics. I cannot help it to sit by and see things go wrong. If you follow me, if you know me for a very long time, I'm not a saint. It's just that I am someone who always tried to be a better version of who I was the previous day. So it's not that I am an angel or that I'm a saint, but I think we all owe it a duty. When there are questions to be asked, we need to ask them. Now, you said, what does Oyo State look like?
What does it look like?
Oyo State looks like what, the political landscape in Oyo State looks like what it ought to look like whenever we are moving to election. It's an election year. So I think the election starts by January. The Governor Makinde wants to conduct a local government election by December. So you have to put all these things into perspective. The governor is serving out his 8 years. He wants his Sonitutun to continue. And for us, we said no, it shouldn't continue for some reasons. So the political climate is how it should be. A lot of propaganda going on, half-truths, outright lies. It's normal. These are the period.
Okay, before we now talk about the governor, let's talk about your own political party, the All Progressives Congress, APC. As it stands, some heavyweight politicians in your political party, they seem not to be on the same page with your chosen candidate. We'll talk about a former Minister of Power, Chief Oyo Adelabu. Talk about maybe in some ways Senator Teslim Folari has been relatively silent as regards what's going on in Oyo State. But we have seen him, in and out of the electoral. What has been discussed there, he has not made public, and he has said this over and over again that he's a party. Does that mean he's going to support Senator Sarafadin Abegunde in the next election?
For Senator Folari, I think he really has no choice. They are brothers. They've been together for a very long time. They've come a very long way. There could be issues here and there. I am sure they will trash it out at the appropriate time. That is for him. For the likes of Chief Adelabu and other contestants, it's normal.
The G5 now.
It is very normal. These things like this, look on the other side. These people are saying we are angry, we are not happy about this, about that, but they are still within the house. On the other side, look at the number of politicians that are leaving. So if you look at us comparatively, we fare better. So it's normal. These kind of things will happen. We just had our primaries. There will be issues. So if you had 11 people who obtained the form and only one could be the candidate, there will be issues like this. But the relevant organs of the party, they are responding to it.
Some have raised this question about why the APC refused to release the primary results. And this has been the question Oyo Adelabu has been asking. Where is the result of the primary election? So are you also on the same page with Oyo Adelabu?
No, my own is, see, we have gone past that stage, and that is the bitter truth. So my opinion doesn't matter again. Whatever I say, it won't reverse whatever that has been done.
But some still believe Senator Sarafadin Abegunde is more or less like a placeholder, because there's still a window where the name can still be substituted, and some are still harboring the hope that they might still get a look.
What would be the reason for his name to be substituted? Is there a court case against him? No. Because if you are going to substitute someone now, there must be a court pronouncement. Nobody took him to court, and the window to do that has closed forever. I'm telling you this, that is what the law says. If you have issues within a number of days, you have to take steps. So there are steps you have to take within a certain number of days. These days are statutory. We have gone past that.
Okay, let's talk national politics before we come back to Oyo State. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, just like every other candidate of the political party, got his nomination form, and he's the sole candidate for.
No, he wasn't. There was a primary. There were two other aspirants.
It was more or less like, for the sake of.
It doesn't matter. Two people contested against him,
and he won.
Lost.
At the end of
and he won.
Now, is the flag bearer of the APC.
He is.
And some people are asking questions that on what basis will President Bola Ahmed Tinubu campaign for 2027 general elections?
See, I always, when people ask me these questions, I always love to bring them home. I won't take you far. See, people don't know that the Constitution has given powers to classes of office holders, beginning from the president to the local government chairman. So, the Constitution also assigned responsibilities, statutory. That is why you have in some states people who say, oh, these are federal roads, these are state roads, these are local government roads. Primary health care, primary education. By their pronunciation, you know who should be responsible. You see, we don't usually look at the law. Go and check the Constitution, Section 4. The responsibilities of local government are fully captured in Schedule 4 to the Constitution. So I think we really need to break this one down. Then people are not looking at this. See, this man removed fuel subsidy. He floated the currency. It occasioned hardship in the beginning, no doubt. But is that the end of the story?
Is it getting better now?
The answer is no.
Is it getting better now?
Let me tell you, let me break it down. There was a consequence that followed the removal of fuel subsidy. And that consequence was, now we have more money to share amongst the federating units, the federal, the state, and the local governments. Who is asking what our governors are doing with that? I mean, it is enormous. That increase is enormous. Multiplied by 3. At times, close to 4. That is enormous. So, but we all keep talking about, oh, they remove fuel subsidy and this and that, as if that was the end of the story. And like I said, I always love to bring it home. I was telling someone, I said, see, under Tinubu, Oyo State has never had it good. He said, oh. I said, okay, calm down. This president, this same man, he approved a federal university for us at Okeogun, Funato. And have you ever seen such speed that approval will be given? And you close your eyes, you open. That university is in operation. Look at the number of people who are employed at Funato. Because that person was saying, Governor Makinde employs also a number. I said, if you put the numbers together, at the end of the day, you will discover that President Tinubu has been responsible for more employment than Governor Makinde. He said that. I said, okay, go and check the number of people who are working at Funato. That is not the end of the story. He also gave us the Federal Polytechnic Ayede in Ogbomoso. Go and check the number of people who got employed through that university. It is not the end of the story. I have a brother from my town who is a member of the TED Fund. And I stand to be challenged. I don't know which president that has committed so much to TED Fund as Tinubu. And you see, this intervention by TED Fund is not limited to federal institutions alone. Go and check what TED Fund is doing at the Federal College of Education, Oyo. That is a federal government institution. And Go and check also the number of people as a result of the intervention of State Fund that the Federal College of Education Oyo that they have been employing. Now, State Fund has intervened at the Federal College of Education Oyo. They have intervened at the Polytechnic Eruwa. Go and check what is happening under State Fund at the College of Agriculture Igbora. And that is the numbers that I can remember now. Minimum of 2 billion naira intervention. Go and you can go and cross-check what I'm telling you. That is not the end of the story. Some days ago, I saw a picture of the chairman of NEL Fund. He was meeting with the band. They said they were considering whether to still increase what they are committing to NEL Fund, most especially the out-of-pocket something that they are approved.
It's like monthly stipend.
Now, go and check the number of students who got their school fees paid through NEL Fund. I'm coming.
Videos?
I'm coming. And this was an innovation of Tinubu altogether. The number of students, apart from this other one they are giving them. And are you telling me the president, there's always room for more? In terms of reforms, the state police bill is ready now for us. Look at what this man is doing, even in terms of reforms. I am not saying he's doing everything, but I mean, if you look well, you will see that he's trying.
So, but some would argue with you that the difference between macro and microeconomics, it has not percolated down to the average Nigerian. I mean, on the street of maybe Abuja, Plateau State, or wherever. Whose
child gets those NEL fund to pay for their university school fees?
But the cost of living are still not reduced.
Let me ask you something. What is the responsibility of a state government? What are the responsibilities of local government chairman? You are taking this thing from the top as if you can remove the involvement of the governor and the local government chairman. How much are they taking? Boala came to Oyo State the other time and he said, on a minimum, there is no local government that is taking less than 600 million. What is happening to those money? These are monies that should push these principles you are talking about. What could the president do to ensure that the microeconomics, whatever you are talking about, improves in my local government, for example, than what he has done? We have more money, let us share it. Get your money, do stuffs. But here in Oyo State, local governments are dead.
So some have also talked about the fact that most governors get away with a lot of things. Now, you just mentioned that our federal allocation has increased by about 300 to 400%, depending on what you are getting per month or what actually gets into the press of the federal government. Now, as it stands, is there a way that governors can be checked to see that all these monies getting to states are being used for the right purposes? And of course, some also talked about the local government autonomy. In some places, it is still not it's not in existence. Take, for example, Governor Seyi Makinde spoke not too long ago about autonomy, and he said it is more or less like a distraction by the federal government. Would you also call that a distraction?
He is being hypocritical. With due respect to him, he is being hypocritical. See, I love this question. Even without that judgment obtained by Tinubu, Yorubas will say, "Eyan kan sebe, eni odo." Eni tí ò ṣe ńkọ́. See, in the scope of what we had before that judgment, who are the people making this judgment difficult to comply with? Is it not the governors? But I'm telling you, even without that judgment, I was a supervisory councillor for works in my local government during the time of the late Governor Akala. What we used to do was, immediately the allocation came, he allows each local government to take whatever is ascribed to them from the federation account. He releases them. Then we had authority to do whatever we wanted to do. We had power over the preference of whatever we wanted to do. But if the approving limit is beyond our capacity at the ESCO level, then we apply to the state government. He was always quick to give approval. So why is Governor Makinde not doing that? There is a document called Financial Memorandum for Local Government. That document states how local government funds should be spent. It doesn't say that the government should be spending money on behalf of the local government. Now, monies that were released on their names from Abuja.
He said he doesn't trust local government chairman. The monies that
it is beyond his power not to trust them.
It will result to fraud here and there.
So he is a saint. Assuming the president said he doesn't trust it and he holds on to the allocation of Oyo State, will he keep quiet? Will he keep quiet? You don't trust them and you keep forcing them on the local government. It is beyond it, because the constitution by section 7 says there shall be so number of local government in Nigeria. So it goes beyond his power to say he doesn't trust them. That is hypocritical. You can pick and choose which law to obey now. You are governor, you are spending our resources just because the constitution creates the position of a governor and you occupy it. Now you want to usurp the functions of the local government and the constitution doesn't give you such powers. It's hypocritical. No, during Babaladoja's time, local governments were taking whatever it was released to them. During Akala's time, the same thing. Ajimobi's time, the same thing. It was only him who came and said he doesn't believe in that everywhere federation is practiced. There are three federative. But that is what our constitution said we are. And it is beyond him to say that he doesn't believe in it.
So the governor is going against the Nigerian
Of course, he is. If he doesn't have immunity, people like us will have taken him to court based on that. Nobody needs that judgment to do the right. Within the frame of what we have on ground, there is nothing in this world that says the governor has the power to now dip his hand into the pockets of local government and begin to spend for that and say because he doesn't trust them. Who is he to say he doesn't trust them?
Okay, now let's now look. You have mentioned something about local government autonomy and the court judgment that was gotten by the federal government just immediately after this administration came on. Now, some said the federal government put the cart before the horse. That there should have been a bill on the floor of the house before now going to court, because there should have been it should have been amended in the Nigerian constitution. And then after it is implemented, and then the governors are not following suit, then there should be.
Before Governor Makinde, don't we have governors in Oyo State? Didn't we have local government chairman? In Tinubu's Lagos, go and check what local government are doing. Local governments in Lagos are doing far more than Governor Makinde are doing, and they've been going about 1 month.
Would you compare the revenue in Lagos?
Whatever the revenue is, whatever you have, do something, let us see it now. If the governor of Lagos State decides to say, oh, I don't trust you people, I want to check fraud and this and that, and he's spending the money, will we be saying that local government chairmen are doing something?
They are doing it. Chairmen in Lagos are doing better than Governor Seyi.
Go and check.
That's a bold claim.
No, you go and check. I have seen local government chairmen who build schools, and you look at these schools. I've seen local government chairmen who construct, hospitals, and you look at these hospitals and ask yourself, is this junk? Even SCD is not even main local government. You go and check. But the 30 local government here are dead. And see, you are looking at this money because you are looking at what individual local government takes. Go and look at the total sum that this local government, the 33 of them are taking monthly, and what is being done with them by the government. You'll be alarmed. In total, Governor Makinde must have taken hundreds of, if not close to 1 trillion on behalf of the local government. Where is the reflection of that?
So some have also raised eyebrows about loans under this administration. Even despite the increase in IGR, of course, federal allocation, this government has also taken a lot of loans.
I have a big problem with Governor Makinde in that area. Because this is a governor, you came in, you said, oh, the debts I met on ground are monumental. And people asked, how much? Successive administration, according to Governor Makinde, left him a debt of around 150 billion. Thankfully, Bimbo Adekanbi is now his Buba candidate. It was Bimbo Adekanbi who came out and said, no, it was less than 100 billion. Let us assume we take Governor Makinde's position and say, oh, it was 150 billion. You go and ask the governor today, how much are we owed? He will not be able to, because I think even he himself is ashamed to talk about the debt profile of Oyo State. The other time, the honorable member from Shaki West, Honorable Chieftain, he came out with a very, very terrible allegation. It was glossed over. This man was even saying, this humongous amount of loans that is being approved to, we are not even following, the House of Assembly is not even following due process. In climes, I don't believe in saying that we are saying, but in quote, saying that clients, the governor will not last a day. He must have been impeached. But this is what we are.
Okay, talking about impeachment, recently there was a very dark cloud of this administration. And when the speaker said that he was approached by a certain figure to impeach the governor of Oyo State, and a lot of people had different opinions about that. What would you say about such situation? That he was about to be pushed from the PDP APM arrangement then into your political party.
Go and check the build-up to that very funny drama. Go and check the build-up. Was it Debo who came out to say somebody approached me? It was someone in the House of Assembly who said, oh, so and so wanted to impeach me. Is that how governors are impeached? The first they mentioned Chief Mrs. Florence Ajimobi, that was it Debo who came out in the first instance? Was it him?
It was after a lot of drama that he came out to say, look, yes, I was approached, I was offered this and that. But then, looking at that,
if you look at that build-up, that drama, that funny drama, do you need to worry yourself at what was happening? Oh, Governor Makinde is a dramatic fellow. You know him now.
Are you saying most of what happened was...
He's a very theatric fellow like this. The other time he said the president asked him to organize the APC for him in Oyo State. I mean, he's fond of making this kind of funny drama all over the place. Now he's talking about some people were kidnapped, they were released, and you are saying you are uncomfortable with circumstances surrounding the abduction and the rescue operation. Are you not happy that these people are back, or what? He said because, I said I want to be president today, and the following day, the bandits struck. If Tinubu wants to plan something like that against his opponent, will Governor Makinde be at number 5? If Atiku is not saying, Tinubu is hunting you, Peter Obi is not saying Tinubu is hunting, is it Governor Makinde that Tinubu will be hunting? The other time we had an election at Ekiti State, governorship, his party scored 51 or 52 votes. So why should a sitting president take such a person serious?
Is that a reflection of what's to happen in 2027?
That is what his party scored now. That governor is that aspirant is an indigenous of Ekiti State. They knew. So what will Governor Makinde score? In that they do not even know.
So are you saying...
What is he taking to Ekiti to convince Governor Makinde's presidential ambition?
He wants to be president.
He also knows that
declaration.
Is that how people become president of Nigeria? Yeah. I can also come out tomorrow and say I want to be president. Nobody is going to arrest me.
But he's qualified.
Am I not also qualified? But the truth is, tomorrow, can I be president in 2027? If I come out today and I say, am I not qualified? Eminently qualified, am I not? All it takes is for me to open my mouth and say, I want to be president. So because he said he wants to be president, is it all of them who said they want to be president that will be president? What does he have on the table?
He's a sitting governor.
And so?
And definitely...
And his party scored 52 at Ekiti. Where was his governor's seat when his party was scoring 52 votes in Ekiti?
Now, if you look at a lot of what has been happening in these political parties, we'll talk about your party, we'll talk about other political parties too. But let's talk about APM, because you are talking about Governor Seyi Makinde. There were insinuations a few days ago that there is this rift between himself and Alhaji Olapoyo. that it might not be also rosy even within the APM Oyo State. The only party that at the point seemed like, oh, there were no crisis and they had no court case until recently when they said, oh, it came to a time where candidates for local government chairman and councillorship elections were specified. Then there was a rift between these two, according to that report. What role do you think Alhaji Olapoyan has been playing in the APM before now? And how deadly is his presence to Governor Seyi Makinde's ambition and his chances of returning some of his legislators in the 2027 general election?
Let me start by saying that the two of them have not denied that there is a rift.
So it's a cat and mouse.
That report has been there for days, and neither of them has denied. I'm sure that they must have seen those reports. So if they have not denied, then something is fishy. But you see, let me tell you something. I have learned to accept the fact that Governor Makinde is just incapable of sustaining a relationship.
Are you questioning his management skills?
Look, check his profile. He's incapable of sustaining a relationship. Those he started with in 2019, where are they today? Alhaja Molikat. Even Alhaji Olapoyan had issue with him during Omi 1.0. They just came by around I don't even remember the time they came back. What of Senator Osia Agboola?
Who's now in the APC?
They had issues. What of currently now the former deputy governor and the former national secretary of their party, His Excellency Ambassador Arapaja?
He's not.
See, it was you who thought they have not been having issues since the nomination of Bimbo Adekunle was announced. All has not been well with that. I'm not going to say the APM. I will say Governor Makinde's political structure. I did a report sometimes because I learned that members of the Governor's Advisory Committee are having issues because they recommended somebody else entirely. So, at the end of the day, Bimbo Adekunle was announced, and we got to hear that he was not recommended, that the Governor's Advisory Committee recommended someone entirely. So,
what changed?
After that, members of the Governor's Advisory Committee began to resign one after the other. Alhaji Karim Badigeshi from Ogbomoso, he has resigned. Barrister Lano, he has resigned. Honorable Odoye, recently, he has resigned. And some others, which I cannot confirm. So it's not that all has been well with them. It's never been well with them.
Okay, you mentioned the selection of his successor as Honorable Bimbo Adekunle from the APC. And that's something that has generated a lot of questions recently. But before we take that particular one, we'll go on a quick break. And when we return, we'll talk about the emergence of Honorable Bimbo Adekunle in the APM and what that means for that political party going into the next general election. So we'll be back after this time. All right, welcome back from that short break. The show is still the Police Group, and this is where we scratch beyond the surface. And I still have with me in the studio Honorable Shola Abegunde, who has been making sense of these topical issues since we started this show about half an hour ago. And there's still a lot more to talk about. Before we went on that break, I mentioned that we will be talking about the emergence of a former APC member who joined the PDP, who are now in the APM, less than 6 months before he was announced as the Buba candidate. What exactly transpired there? This is something we want to talk about now. Honorable Shola Abegunde. Honorable Bimbo Adekunle was a former member of the political party. In fact, he held various posts.
He was first deputy chief of staff, and then later commissioner for finance.
Yes, and he was an instrumental part of Governor Seyi Makinde's administration. In fact, recently he made a comment, even while being a candidate of the APM, that he holds the philosophy of Governor Biola Ajimobi in high esteem, and they would love to uphold it, even though it belongs to the 3.0 movement in Oyo State right now. Now, do you think there will be a conflict of interest? That is one. Two, why Bimbo Adekunle for Governor Seyi Makinde? What exactly does it bring to the table that no one else in his cabinet would do? That, would you say Governor Makinde has made anyone so far in the last 7 years?
See, let me first say this thing in Yoruba. There's something that Yorubas call opatoro danoin. But let me break it down as much as I could in English. That it's like you made 1 naira, and in the process of making 1 naira, you spent 3 naira. So that is the case of Bimbo Adekunle and Governor Makinde. In the first instance, Bimbo Adekunle is anointed candidate to right thinking process. Shows that Governor Makinde has admitted that in leadership and mentorship is a failure. If we are in government for close to 80 years now, you had people with you had PhD holders, professors, all manner of professionals who worked with you within those number of years, and you saw no one that you have mentored to take over from you. That means Governor Makinde is not a good example of leadership. Look at President Tinubu. You have to give it to him. Look at the number of people who passed through him and where many of them are today. Now, you come back and look at Governor Makinde. And for Bimbo Adekunle, I think he really needs to search his conscience. He appears to be comfortable with what he is doing. Good luck to him.
When you say he should search his conscience,
I listened to his interview when he said the late governor had hunted him, that he was in the private sector. And the present governor has spent the past 7 years demonizing every policy of that governor who he claimed had hunted him. That is number one. Number two, let me tell you something. I have known that he's going to be Governor Makinde's anointed candidate. It's over a year now.
How did you know that?
And I
was still a member of your party.
I'm coming, and he wasn't. You see, hypocrisy. Sometimes people could be hypocritical, but no matter how clever you are, if your cleverness has taint of hypocrisy, it will be exposed. Let me ask me, who did Governor Makinde nominate for ministerial and the president rejected? Who?
It was Adekunle.
It was him. So when did that happen? Did it happen just last year? So what was in between them that Governor Makinde would just jump from nowhere and say, I'm going to nominate Bimbo Adekunle? That shows they've always been together. And perhaps maybe when those times he was professing loyalty to the Ajimobi family, maybe that loyalty was not there.
So are you saying
if he nominated you?
Are you saying he stabbed the Ajimobi family?
I'm not going to say that, but you look at the facts yourself now. He left the APC last year. He never told anyone that Governor Makinde nominated him, but we know. And we have said it, we have challenged him to deny it.
Was he loyal to your party when he was there?
How could he be loyal if Governor Makinde was nominating him after the APC just lost an election and Governor Makinde was nominating him to be minister? You judge for yourself now.
Will he be loyal to Governor Makinde?
They should ask themselves now, because it's looking like two people who share same trait. They want to come together. So let's see how it goes.
Same truth. Does it mean that Governor Makinde is also not loyal to him?
Show me, except Sheyefa Mojo. Show me that one person.
They are friends.
Show me that one.
That's what friends do.
And you now show me, except for Sheyefa Mojo. Every other person who had reason to cross Governor Makinde's ways, is the story the same as Sheyefa Mojo?
So what is the Sheyefa Mojo factor in Oyo State politics? Does it mean?
It's an insult to us in Oyo State. And by the grace of God Almighty, we will stop that insult in 2027. It is a terrible insult to us. Because this is a young man. He holds no nothing. If I have read several reports today those who are complaining that they were not given tickets for either chairmanship, they will always mention Sheye. Who is this fellow? To the extent that a leader of their party is saying Bimbo Adekanbi is Sheye Famojuro's candidate. It's not going to fly in Oyo State. He should go to Oyo State and sponsor a governorship candidate in 2031 or 2030 or whatever they are.
Must you be from Oyo State before you be a police constable?
Where is his local government? Where was he practicing politics in Oyo State? Was he a resident of Oyo State? You must stay 10 years somewhere before you have the mouth to say, I want to be this one. At least 10 years. So where was Sheye living in Oyo State before Governor Makinde became governor in 2019? Where was he residing? What was his business?
Okay, now the Sheye Famojuro factor has been there since Governor Seyi Makinde came.
The funny thing is, all of them call him Oga, and I said, are they his apprentices? What were they learning from him?
Because this very question I asked someone I interviewed lately about this same person in his figure in the Seyi Makinde-led administration. And some have also claimed that it's sometimes good that a sitting governor has someone that he listens to.
This is a governor that says he doesn't have a godfather.
So
I'm coming. Then what will you call that man? He holds no office, no known office. He's not from Oyo State. But it's almost as powerful, if not more powerful than the governor. When you look at the trajectories around them. So who is playing who? And it might be the next topic I'm going to write about. He's not even going to be the governor by the grace of God. Because how will we have a governor who will have a godfather who is from Oyo State? And there are two of them, these two predatory men who will be his godfathers. You will have Governor Makinde there, you will have Sheye Famojuro there. We are too sophisticated to fall into something.
You are simply saying that you don't want the continuation of the
It is not that I'm saying that I don't want it. What did Omito 2.0 represent? Everywhere is being sold up. Yesterday I passed through BCOS and I said, what is happening to us? I can assure you, the way we are going, Governor Makinde will eventually sell whatever remains of the BCOS. Because that place cannot even breathe again.
All right, welcome back. We were talking about the emergence of Honorable Bimbo Adekanbi. We also looked at why Bimbo Adekanbi before the people who have been with Governor Seyi Makinde. And we are also looking at his chances going into the 2027 general elections. In Governor Seyi Makinde's camp, they seem to be really bullish about their chances. They are so confident that come what may, they're going to defeat all other political parties in Oyo State in 2027. So what do you think the APC have to do differently? And do you also believe that there's a little bit shaky in the APC in Oyo State?
See, let me tell you, before I go to that question, I watched an interview of Bimbo Adekanbi where he said, bricklayer ni mi, mo n tale. And when I heard him say that, I was mortally afraid. Because I was talking about the BCOS before we went on that short break. And how this present government has been selling landed properties, assets of Oyo State. Governor Makinde, who is an engineer, is selling everywhere. Now you have an accountant who says he's a professional. What do they even call them?
He said he's a bricklayer.
No, it's not a bricklayer. They call them estate. Are we not in soup? If such a person becomes governor.
So don't you consider the sudden growth in the real estate world in Oyo State a developmental stride of this administration?
To whose advantage? Is it to the advantage of the government or to the advantage of the citizens? Let me give you an example. Look at Larry Adegunde. How much is a plot of land going for now? It must be close to 200 million now, if it is not over 200 million. So, what class of Oyo State citizens can afford that? Then the question is, how much of that money is going to the purse of the government, and how much is going elsewhere? See, if every governor before him have been selling our landed property, our government asset like that, what will be left for him to sell? The government house or the secretariat? Now you ask me about whether how we are going to. We don't need to do anything special. You people don't look at this thing. Governor Makinde has never won an election on his merit in his political life.
That will be a question, because he has been governor 2 times. So the one in 2023, of course, before then also, he contested a few times.
It's a fact. He won on 2 occasions.
Yes.
The question is how. Now let us go back to 2019. Before 2019, he has contested to be a senator. He lost.
That was ANPP.
Yes, he contested to be governor.
SDP.
He came a distant fifth. It was until 2019 that there was a conglomerate of political parties, and now Olubado was very instrumental into putting together a coalition that saw him to office, and that was the first time he recorded an electoral victory in his life. Are you going to remove that coalition from his victory? So why is it that he didn't, at every time he tried before 2019, he lost? And when there was a coalition, for the first time, he won.
So are you saying Governor Seyi Makinde was confirmed by a coalition?
It was Achebe who said that there are some people whose cameras were cracked for them by benevolent spirit. I think Governor Makinde is one of such people. In 2023, how did he survive the onslaught? He joined the G5. There were negotiations, and was able to get through.
So he would
on his own,
without that agreement.
On his own, he would have become history in 2023 politically. Now he's back on his own. He has chased away everybody. I watch and see now. What is so special about him?
You mentioned
Senator Folani. This guy has won the Senate election on 3 occasions. He's a serial winner. Governor Makinde was a serial loser. Look at Senator Sarafa Ali. He's been local government chairman. He's been elected senator even before he was elected senator the other time. What did we have with him? Senator Ajimobi was elected senator before he became governor. Baba Kabiyesi was elected senator before he became governor. He had a record of losing elections until a coalition was put together for him.
So, as it stands,
why would we be worried
the governor's
when he has decided to become a political orphan?
So his goodwill will not be enough for him.
Where is the goodwill? The goodwill of someone selling everybody's property. Look at what is happening in Shakina. Look at what has happened to us in the Erua farm settlement. Look at what is happening to Ibarapa Zone, the only road linking the state capital with the Ibarapa Zone. A 48-kilometer Erua road. It's not be able to complete it in 7 years. So where is the goodwill? Which goodwill?
So if this is what you have said is to go by, and there are so many projects that people have talked about recently. For example, the silo in Awe. You also mentioned one about the farm settlements across Oyo State that the governor has made so much promises. Some have even asked questions about the Botswana maize.
I was going to talk about that they did not promise that we will be exporting maize to Botswana. But let me tell you something. I was not impressed by that promise, because when he made that statement, I said we will be exporting products from Oyo State to Botswana. If you place the Botswana currency beside the Nigerian currency at the time, I mean, does it make sense that you say you wanted to be exporting something to Botswana? I knew he was never serious about that. He just said it in passing. You said you are going to upgrade our farm settlement. Before you became governor, you were talking about agriculture. You came into government, you started talking about agribusiness. See, what did Awolowo do with those farm settlements? He leveraged on the comparative advantage of each of these farm settlements, and he made use of of that farm settlement in line with the comparative advantage. In Erua, they were planting cashew, cassava. There was a time during the Bola administration, this cassava brand, Texaco, it was introduced, and they were making gari from Oyo. They were calling that gari Texagri. Up to today, the Oyo State government doesn't have an acre of farm that belongs to Oyo State government.
Is that in contradiction to the promises made by?
Is it? Agriculture. What is the art of agriculture? Plant and harvest. Plant, take care of your whatever you plant, and harvest. So what did we plant?
What is the difference? You just mentioned that he has spent so much on agribusiness. In fact, created an NDA for such.
He has spent so much on nothing. Because it is only Shola that is working now.
So you have mentioned a couple of properties sold, or just the properties sold by this present administration. But recently I got a note from one of my pages on social media, and someone was pleading to the governor of Oyo State that his property was demolished, even though the setback did not get to him. That people are now taking advantage of the fact that there is this 500 meter to the left and right setback directive given by the Oyo State governor, that even the land grabbers are now capitalizing on that to resell other people's properties online. Now, how much disadvantage does the secular road projects bring to Oyo State people? How much pain has it brought to the people? According to what
let me tell you, the Governor Makinde must accept responsibilities for the disaster that is happening over there. It's unfortunate.
Was the project inevitable? The secular road.
See, that project in itself is good, but it is not the project that is affecting people now. It is the policy of you wanting to take 1 kilometer or 1 kilometer. If you join 500, that's 1 kilometer. Look at that. You want to take like a world, knowing fully well that there are people who have already settled there. It is whatever that thing is going to bring, no matter how possible. Is it worth the life of farming fan? Not to talk of the number of people that have become displaced, people have their lives died, some people have become homeless. And good enough, our governorship candidate, Senator Ali, he has personally issued a statement saying that within 48 hours, if he's elected governor, he is going to come up with a committee that is going to review these things. It's unfortunate. It could be anyone. What does government? The unfortunate thing, you are taking this land from citizens. Then what are you doing? You are reselling to who? It's not that these lands will be there. Are they to be resold? The lands on both don't you have many of them saying that they have been reissuing a CFO to those they have sold the land to?
Has been sold.
Exactly.
Even before demolition.
Why would you need a 1 kilometer? What are they calling this thing? The 1 kilometer setback. Why would you need it?
So
it's like Governor Makinde cannot take away his eyes from anywhere he sees an advantage to sell land. But shouldn't he think about those people they are not goats? They are not goats.
Okay, now shortly before we go, do you think there is anything whatsoever that the governor has done that you would say, Governor Seyi Makinde actually did something marvelous there?
He has been paying salaries. Since we have come to accept the fact that we will be celebrating payment of salaries.
So salary payment,
you cannot take that away from him. And the fact that he employed some teachers and non-teaching staff, you have to give him credit for that. You can't take those things away from him. I give him credit for that.
That's the only thing you see this happening.
That I see.
So what would you say is the height of it all? Something that the governor has done that you were like, this should be corrected. If and only if my party wins.
The number of people losing their lives at that circular road. And the fact that you will go and bring some criminals to town, harm them. I'm talking of auxiliary now. And when these people are under you, they begin to commit crimes, killing people, do all sorts of things. When you have issue, then you take them to jail. That is not acceptable. You brought someone who was sent to jail You got him from wherever he was hiding. You made him the chairman of a committee where public funds, he will be in control of public funds. And he was using that fund, using that power to terrorize people. And the only time you felt, oh, let us deal with him, is when he began to talk about Rihanna. Those are the heights of it.
Was that auxiliary's mistake? Talking about the governor and
Governor Makinde must accept responsibility now. Auxiliary said that the governor came to him and Sheye that they said they wanted him to be their security. What does that mean? What manner of security? If you employ someone like auxiliary to be your security, with what would you want him to defend him? With sticks and stones? So how did you want auxiliary to be defended?
So Governor Seyi Makinde created this monster. He's desperately
there is no way you can run away from that responsibility. That man was taken today, he was sent today by the previous government of Ajimobi. That is where he belonged. Then you went somewhere and brought him back and unleashed him on the citizen.
So lastly, before we go, how can the Oyo State people avoid disaster in the next general election, especially when it comes to crimes and when it comes to electoral violence?
Let me tell you something. When somebody has decided to teach you the hard way, you require little pressure to make them see reason. Look at what the governor is attempting to do in Shakina. Look at what he has done to us in Merua. Look at what he's doing at the Circular Road. Look at the number of assets, the properties of people he has taken. The markets, every public spaces. Do you really need to tell those people what they have suffered? Do you really need to tell Suri what he has suffered?
Okay, before, just one more question for you, Honorable Shola Abegunde, and that will be from Oyo State. You look at the candidates vying for that seat. The election is just under 11 days or thereabouts in Oyo State. What does it look like for the APC there? And with the body language of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, does he really want Adeleke out of office?
He is the president, the father of the nation. His own is to ensure that election goes freely and fairly. That is the only responsibility he is owed the people of Oyo State. Ultimately, the people of Oyo State will decide who they want to be their governor.
Is there a fair chance for the APC?
Why not? Why not?
And then, do you see Governor Ademola Adeleke returning after the election?
I am not God. I don't know.
With the current situation in Oyo State right now, with the gun violence that has been reported here and there were insinuations that even the governor was harboring a criminal in the government house, as said by the Commissioner of Police. Do you think this election, forthcoming election in Oyo State, can it be violence-free?
Both sides have been trading accusations and counter-accusations. I only appeal to them. They should allow next Saturday to come and go freely. Ultimately, God Almighty knows what is going to happen. There is nothing, you cannot go beyond your faith. So I think we have to appeal to both sides because these accusations have been here and there. So I think the stakeholders need to accept the fact that it is God who anoints kings, and they can only do their best and leave the rest to God.
Honorable Shola Abegunde, we say thank you for joining us.
And thank you for having me.
It has been a wonderful session with you, and I hope no one like that.
Been good to be here.
We do hope that we will have you some other time.
By His grace, anytime. You're welcome.
And that's a wrap on this episode of the Polyscope. And don't forget to like, share, and of course, I'll drop your comments right there because we are definitely going to take them in subsequent editions of this show. Samson Balogun is my name once again. I say keep being good out there, keep being safe. Bye for now.